No Gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel.
And David Double D Dykstra.
And welcome into Bad Karma Wrestling.
BK Dub,
BK Dub, BK Dub. As always, I'm David Double D Dykstra. I'm here with my tag team partner.
No gimmicks, Nick Johnston.
And we got a lot to get to, so let's get right into it.
Yes.
Let's talk a little AEW.
Oh yeah.
We got a lot of releases going on in the professional wrestling world this week. AEW releases a couple stars: Malachi Black, Ricky Starks, Miro, all officially off the roster, and there are rumors that Ray Phoenix is on his way out as well, probably in the next week or so.
Yeah.
So we already got the answer on Ricky Starks one day after being released. No tampering, though, by WWE at all.
No, from what I understand, actually, I don't know if you were going for a joke there, but I did hear that he was released a couple months, or not, the contract was up a couple months ago, so the official release was, just the other day. But a little tampering for sure. It smells a little fishy.
Cody talking to his boys behind stages, WWE WrestleManias, you know.
Yeah. How would you grade? I mean, I think I kind of know. How would you grade their time there, all three of them?
Ricky was white hot at one point.
Yeah.
And then he had the match with Jericho? No. Was it Kenny Omega?
He had a match with Danielson for sure.
Danielson, there you go.
Danielson it all out.
Yeah, and after that, just disappeared.
Yeah.
Part of that due to injury. I mean, he was banged up after that match.
There's rumor to all get out, but it flew around the internet waves, was the idea that Ricky Starks was called by AEW Creative and couldn't take that phone call at that particular time because he was at a WWE event. So again, vicious rumor, have no real.
Was he at WrestleMania? Yeah, cheering on Cody.
It could have been that. It could have been that event. It could have been another event that he ended up just being at that we just aren't aware of. But that was the rumor. No real sources to prove that. But that was the one that was making the rounds.
Well, to me, these are all three guys that Triple H is very high on. These are Triple H guys that Malachi Black at this point, if he decides that he wants to continue to wrestle,
he needs to play ball. He needs to start putting. He needs to not have the. I know, again, you're in the industry of egos galore, but he needs to do that little push and pull of, hey, I got to be able to put people over and still, know my place. Because I think that was kind of the thing with all three of these guys, where ego hit. They didn't really want to put anybody over. Didn't like creative, so they sat down in catering. So
would you be shocked? I'm going to just throw this one out there. Would you be shocked if Miro ends up in TNA with the Drama King?
No, that wouldn't be the worst. That actually wouldn't be the worst route. I kind of like that, actually. I know, obviously, we see Ricky on NXT. Malachi, I'm sure, is a shoo-in to go back to WWE as well. If he, like you said, if he still has that passion for wrestling.
He's a big H boy.
Yeah, and Miro was kind of the 50-50 of like, he could come back. If he does, he'll get a good pop. He'll get a good Rusev Day pop, but
what's after that?
Exactly. And that's kind of my thing with all three of these guys, to be honest. But
I think Malachi, if with the state that WWE is in now and letting them actually work solid, decent matches more often than not anymore, I think Malachi could thrive in that.
Yeah.
Him, AJ Styles together would be phenomenal. Pun intended.
Yeah, absolutely.
Things like that.
But to be honest, all three of their ceilings are mid-card at best, and their floor is being like another comedy gimmick that they would have. So I don't. You could, if you really want to stretch and give the title run to Malachi Black, you would really need to push him hardcore. And I just don't think he has enough star power behind him.
I wouldn't mind seeing Malachi Black versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
That would be great. Another throwback to not on NXT for the U.S. title, obviously. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I'll bring up another name that I haven't heard anything about, but he was backstage. Rumor has it he was backstage at AEW. Keith Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Be another one. I wouldn't be shocked because Mia Yim's still thriving in that middle ether in the women's division.
Yeah, she's trying for what it's worth. I mean, she had a spot or two in the Rumble, then kind of gracefully floated away.
She had a good feud with Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
So
it was really just all that. Oh my God, what was that? What was that one faction she was in during the pandemic led by Mustafa Ali?
Oh, Retribution.
Yeah, that just did that. That did everybody in. So she's still kind of recovering from that, if in some sort of sense.
Eminem's obviously recovered from that.
Yes, they have.
Going for the ROH titles.
They're killing it. Absolutely killing it.
The fact that they get the referee involved when they win is fantastic.
Love it.
So question was asked. Ricky did appear on NXT the day after the release got leaked out or sent out. Ceiling floor for him in your eyes?
Yeah, like I mentioned, I don't see it. I mean, you can give him the NXT World Title. You're not getting him the WWE World Title. That's just not going to happen. Simply put, capped out. I would say capped out on the main roster with an IC or a UC title run. US title run.
I think I'm going to get a lot of for this, but I don't care. I think Ricky Starks is a better wrestling LA Knight.
Okay, I could see that. Actually.
Because he did. Listen, when he said "bask in my fragrance" on NXT, I was like, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
solid word choice. It's very interesting that they just didn't drop his name. He didn't drop his name either.
Well, I guess
I don't know if they're going to
Jordan
repackage
Grace
him.
is changing hers too.
Really?
Yeah. She's not. I heard they gave her a new name.
I did hear that they had a problem with Ricky Starks. They didn't name him until like a couple days later.
So WWE filed for 12 new names. I don't know if you saw.
Yeah. If it's Ricky Starks,
Jesus, these are awful, by the way.
do they spell Starks a different way like they did with Taz?
They could do that. So
Some of the names are awful.
these are here are the names.
I read them. Yeah, they're bad.
Osiris Griffin, Hayes Jameson, Trill London, Harley Riggins. Imagine Ricky Starks coming in to Harley Riggins.
Trill London, I don't mind. Trill London, I kind of like.
Yeah, Summer Sorrel.
I know you guys.
The alliteration is off the charts in WWE right now.
I know you
Mason
guys are gonna talk about
Holiday.
it later, but could those just be names from maybe like LFG and they're getting them out early?
Maybe.
It's a possibility.
But still, I mean, even if that's the case, these are all still just like so bland. Draco Knox,
But yeah, even
Braxton
like
Cole.
even in the NXT,
That's Michael Cole's son. Leave him alone.
Even in the
bigger
NXT
jobber.
and WWE, like talking about them, they didn't even say Ricky Starks that night. It took like 2 days later until they actually were like, "Oh yeah, it's Ricky Starks."
Yeah. I love the fact that Vic Joseph almost cussed too on NXT.
Oh, okay.
Holy crap!
Criminy.
I was like, yeah. I'm gonna leap over some stuff right here because I think we should finish off with AEW Grand Slam.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Bandito bounty raising other wrestlers' stocks. I like Brian Keith anyway, and I think he's hilarious in the learning tree. But to see him actually have a good match again was nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I personally think, this match with Bandito, they had some really fun. Overall, the match was awesome. Fun spots, the back-to-back, like an old Western showdown. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah. That was really awesome to see. And then they tried to recreate that last Dynamite, but then it was interrupted by Brian Keith. So
here's how you know there is no storytelling in AEW. Who comes out and saves Bandito?
Powerhouse Hobbs and the
Outrunners.
Yeah, that's right.
What the fart fake Nugan?
Didn't they hurt the Outrunners?
I just did the learning tree hurt the Outrunners? I thought it was the Death Riders.
Oh.
When they were all coming together, FTR, Death Riders, or FTR, Outrunners, Death Riders.
And I know the point you're trying to make, but there is storytelling, obviously, but not in that one particularly. That's fine.
They slap a lot of things together with duct tape. and by all means, I'm not sitting here saying it needs to be better. I'm saying if you're going to lack in that area, the matches have to be on point.
They always are. So
for the most part, Jericho needs to go away.
yeah, he's getting there.
He's slow and he blows up.
It's that I mean the clear cut. I mean, obviously Brian Keith has probably maybe a little bit more stock now after that match, but everyone needs and wants Big Bill. So they really want Big Bill to have some sort of run.
You know what I want?
Enzo and
TK sign him.
Real one.
TK sign him.
Yeah. Honestly, forget all that. I mean, we'll get to the WWE releases, but forget all those guys. Yeah, probably sign Real One at this point because he's hot on the indies. He's really. I
think he's learned I think he's matured.
I think
in
so
the professional wrestling business to know how to act, when to act.
I think so, and I think he's probably his I don't know what people are saying about him now is kind of getting a little bit better. His reputation is panning out a little bit better than what it once was.
Well, when you job for 2.5 years to whoever the big star is on the indie show that you're going to, just because you're that guy, I mean, it does humble you a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, listen, Jericho wouldn't have had him on the Jericho Cruise if things weren't different.
That's true. That's very true.
Listen,
and from what I understand, I didn't see the whole thing, but him and Zilla had a great match at MLW not too long ago. So, yeah, he's getting there.
I think Zilla's one of those guys that could make anybody look good, though.
I think so. I think so.
You want to give the Chris Bay update?
Yeah, no, very great positive update. Let me pull up his actual post from X the other day. Chris Bay with an update. If you don't know, he has severe neck injury, was diagnosed with paralysis, but just yesterday, shows a video of himself getting up out of a chair by his own strength, by his own weight, walking around. I put out a very long, just very like a big thank you to all my fans type deal, giving just a recognition, everything. So this is just awesome to see. Obviously, you want to see him just standing up. I don't think he's going to get in the ring anytime soon, but it's it's just really awesome to see that. You know, going from the diagnosis, like, hey, you might not walk again, to boom, get up, like right in your face, like here we are. So, just awesome to see that. Honestly,
congratulations to Chris Bay.
Yeah,
100%.
Get well soon, get better, and honestly, just anyone that bought the T-shirt that went toward a great cause. So, congratulations. Yeah. I think the door's still, the opportunity is still there for a guy like Chris Bay when you're loved like that, when you were supported like that. So I think he's still gonna have a home wherever he lands, still in TNA probably. So.
All right, I'm gonna bring it right back to you. Let's run down the card.
Let's do it
for Grand Slam Australia.
Let's do it.
I'm sending it to you.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Give it to us, big.
All righty, in that case, we'll go with the TBS Championship between Harley Cameron. That'll be your Australian representative versus Mercedes Moné, who currently has 4 championships. I absolutely love this puppet gimmick that Harley Cameron is putting on.
Fantastic.
How that isn't available in the shop AEW just yet is crazy to me.
Puppet?
Yeah, it needs to be a thing. Yeah. But eventually, I think all good things will come to an end. Mercedes Moné gets the win and retains her one of 4 championships.
I think you're not taking it off of Mercedes Moné.
No, not Harley Cameron.
And if Harley Cameron I think this is going to be one of those ones where Harley Cameron looks really good.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to tease this is going to be like a Santino Marella Royal Rumble win. Like down to the last second, you're going to think Harley Cameron is going to win, and then like they're going to pull the rug right out from under her.
So Mercedes, I think, is going to collect as many belts as possible.
Yes, new belt collector.
You're over there smirking for some damn reason. What, Scotty?
Nothing. Nothing.
What?
We're good back here.
Crew's got Cameron. That's okay. That's all right.
You got Cameron?
Understandable.
Hey, Marks.
Absolutely. Next up, for the Continental Championship, we got Kazuchika Okada versus Buddy Matthews. This has been building up to be pretty nice so far. but
They should be in
unfortunately,
the Tokyo Dome, by the way.
yeah, they're gonna tear the house down. I really think so. You haven't really seen a ton of Okada, like Buddy Matthews was pointing out. It's like, hey,
Or just letting Okada go.
that's true too. So if you give him 20-30, that's gonna be great. I think that's gonna be the case.
Here's the problem. It is going to be a 2-hour specific show
Yes.
because they want to replay, for some god-awful reason, NBA All-Star Weekend.
Oh yeah,
right
that's
after
right.
it.
Yeah, that's gonna be so stupid. Yeah, this one's gonna be tough. I gotta make sure I DVR it because it doesn't do. It's not a Dynamite. It's another special event. It's its own thing, the Grand Slam. So that my DVR doesn't recognize that. So, it's gonna be annoying. But overall, I think this is gonna be a solid match. I mean, the last time I went on a limb and said show stealer, I was very much proven wrong at the Royal Rumble. But this could be one of those. But I mean, also there's Will Ospreay and Omega versus Takeshita and Fletcher. But
I'll put this right underneath it.
I think so.
I'll put it right underneath it.
Absolutely.
1B.
Yeah.
By the way, if you have Max, you don't have to worry about DVRing it.
Oh, that's true. That is true. I do have Max, so.
So you could watch it on Max.
I know. But the old man in me wants to use the TV and the DVR, so I'm going to have to. Just so I can have that argument with my dad. It's like, are you watching this? No, I'm going to watch it later. I get the other stuff off the TV. Dad, you got your stuff on? And so that's going to be, I just want to do that. That's the only thing. A match I just mentioned, we'll go Omega and Ospreay versus Takeshita and Fletcher.
If this doesn't get 30 minutes, it's a travesty.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Fletcher representing Australia. You got Will Ospreay in there as well. This is just gonna be fantastic. I no other words other than this. You sit back, relax, enjoy the show.
Yeah, I completely 100%. And it'll be good to see if Kenny can go.
Yes. It hasn't. It's been some time.
He had his match.
Yeah, you had your trial run with Brian Cage. Got your feet back underneath you. Haven't been back.
You also had your match in Japan.
Yes.
Which he did. What was it, like a 25,
that was like 30 minutes with Gabe Kidd.
So okay.
So yeah, you get your feet back underneath you, and what's going to be complete, just crazy off the charts with that one. Another tag team match: Adam Copeland and Switchblade Jay White taking on Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli in a Brisbane brawl.
I need to see Moxley get hit by Spike.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see something gnarly,
What I want.
and that might be the case right there.
Violence. If you're gonna call it a Brisbane brawl, it better be violent.
Yeah. I think in this, for the sake of, Adam Copeland finally getting the match at Revolution with Jon Moxley for the title, I think Copeland and Jay White get the win here so they can.
I did change my mind on this one, by the way.
Whoa.
I was trying to go Australian heavy with my picks. There are just a couple that I couldn't do.
Understandable.
But yeah, I think you're right. I think Copeland and Cope and Slingblade.
Yeah, Switchblade.
I like calling
Slingblade.
him Slingblade. Jay White and Cope
There we
get
go.
the victory.
Finally, in the AEW Women's World Title, Mariah May taking on Timeless Toni Storm.
Is this the main event?
I don't know.
It should be.
Yeah, I would think
It's
so.
looking like it. On all the promotion, it's the main one. It's the main picture.
It's because it's Timeless Toni Storm.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Exactly.
Who's better than Timeless Toni Storm right now? Name one wrestler out there that gets a bigger pop than her.
Is she gonna come out as Mariah May outfit?
Jesus.
Then
Mary.
yes.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, that was a wait for the gal to go to bed episode. that was a tough one.
You guys are disgusting.
It's not, again, it's either deal with the constant questioning or let's just watch
Listen,
in the dark.
I'll be very honest with you.
I choose the dark.
It was very well done. Very well done by Toni Storm.
Yes.
And
Very well done.
if they don't put this title, stop it. That's why you guys
You guys are drooling on the microphone over there.
prepubescent kids with the Toni Storm posters on their
I know,
walls.
right?
And Harley Cameron.
Gone are the days, when we used to have the WWE magazine, you get the full
Pro
printout.
Wrestling Magazine.
Yeah.
You go in there and rip out pages and put. Dude, my wall was littered with like Iron Sheik, Barry Windham.
My Raw was
Yes.
Stacy Keibler and Trish Stratus.
Yes,
I don't know what
I'm
you're talking
old.
about.
I understand.
I just like how we're sitting back here like, oh, Tony Storm and Harley Cameron. And he goes, I had the Iron Sheik.
because I'm a real professional wrestling fan.
Nothing gets you hot and bothered like the Iron Sheik doing that thing with.
Well, think about when I grew up. Think about when I grew up.
Yeah, I know
Like,
there was no
what
like.
was women's wrestling?
Yeah, no, it's tough.
Fabulous Moolah.
Yeah, Mae Young.
Woo!
Yeah, Mae Young. A little bit later. Yeah.
Wendy Richter. Woo!
She's a handsome woman. Stop
I didn't
it.
realize. You know what? That is one thing that I found out through watching Dark Side of the Ring. I never realized that she was Jake
she
the
got
Snake's
cooked?
brother.
Oh, yeah?
Or sister.
Oh,
Jesus
nice, yeah.
Christ.
I told you.
I didn't realize she was Jake the Snake's sister.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So that was
yeah.
interesting. But no, for me, yeah, this needs to be, and let it go back and forth. Let Mariah May do dastardly things and almost win the title, and then have, because that division's been flat.
Yeah, it has
Flat
been with
since
her as
she
the
won the title.
with her as the champion for sure. Yeah, this needs to be timeless Tony Storm again. And I like the Luther coming out with the shoe. Everything's looking good. Overall, this card's looking fantastic. I personally can't wait. I know it's gonna.
There's some matches that ROH is doing over there too, aren't they?
I would think so. Yeah.
I saw
Because Dynamite wasn't live this week because they've been out there for a little bit just to probably get used to the time and everything.
I saw like some matches that were going to go down. I forget what all they were, but it was interesting.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see what the 0 hour may look like if they do a 0 hour.
Yeah, or 0 hour, just like a straight up, just like Ring of Honor from Australia.
Yeah.
That's gonna be nice. This is, like I said, shaping up to be a nice card. Hopefully everything executes as follows. I think it should be a nice, solid week of action. Solid weekend.
Anything else you? What? What's up?
It's gonna be Athena against
Is this 0 hour?
0 hour. Yeah,
Okay.
Athena against Allie Windsor.
Okay.
Okay.
They're probably going a little Australian heavy.
And Dustin and Sammy versus Maximum Male Models.
Yeah, I knew that one.
What did you think about MJF and Dustin? Did you see from Dynamite this week? No. Yeah.
It was all right.
Okay.
I thought Dustin got over way better than MJF.
Oh yeah, 100%. Dustin's been pretty solid, and it's like I said,
I think he's wrestling better now than he's in his career.
I think so. Yeah, it's not a stretch by any means to say
Old man
that.
Texas Destroyers are amazing.
Yeah, I'm liking it, so I'm all good.
All right.
I'm all good.
All right. Well, when we come back, we talk about big releases in the WWE here on Bad Karma Wrestling.
Hey, watch your mouth. Why? I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste is second to none. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother.
Hey, you get those reports done?
Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
That is all. Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. There's the boss. Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired!
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah.
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.
Welcome back to Bad Karma Wrestling here at IMS Studios in O'Hare. I'm David Double D Dykstra. That's Nick No Gimmicks Johnston. First off, I think we need to get to some congratulations, as probably about 2 hours ago, it was announced that the second inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2025 is Michelle McCool.
Nice. Congrats. Big time congrats. I would say very much well-deserved in the sense that carried that Divas division while it was still...
The only wrestler in the Divas division for a very long time.
Basically. One of those deals where, you know, she made, how do you say it? Giving poop and turning into salad or whatever. I don't know. She was given a tough hand with mixing, being with Layla and being the...
That was a great gimmick.
Yeah, it was a good gimmick. Like I said, on paper, probably wasn't the best, but they were able to make it into what they did, and honestly, kind of
Divas title.
Yeah, kind of paved the way for a couple other like factions. Like you kind of say, like the Iconics were sort of similar like that in that way.
Which I heard they're coming back to wrestling.
Yeah.
So exciting.
Good for them. But overall, yeah, no, very much well deserved. And like you said, I think they were part of the first Divas. Our first women's tables match in WWE history. It was her, Layla, Natalia, and I think they had another tag team partner in there. So, I don't know. Like I said, just paved the way and very much well-deserved. So, congrats. Congrats indeed.
Absolutely. Totally agree. Doesn't hurt that your husband's the Undertaker.
That was after the fact.
Doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt.
Doesn't hurt.
Yeah, no.
That being said, let's get to the sad.
Yes.
WWE releases a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of superstars. Duke Hudson from NXT, AOP, Cedric Alexander. And I'm telling you right now, after that 90-day non-compete is done, Cedric's showing up on AEW is part of the Hurt Syndicate.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Reunite. Somebody mentioned that Bobby Lashley hands the belt to Cedric and says, take it from here, and then Bobby goes on a singles run.
Why not?
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
And not the
all.
worst tag match the other day either between the Hurt
No, it
Syndicate
wasn't
and the Guns. So.
It was not horrible.
No.
It was not horrible. All right, we got Sonya Deville, Blair Davenport.
Yes.
The Good Brothers, which you guys deserve to be in Japan making lots more money.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say to that. Isla Dawn, Tear for Scotty.
Yeah.
Giovanni Vinci and Elektra Lopez.
Yeah.
All gone.
Yes.
And from what I hear, there's more to come.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Yeah. Well, with these big releases, two factions are done.
You get, yes. Let me, we had a reaction back there.
Go ahead.
Let me explain something to you guys. With the stars that just got released from AEW and the potential Rey Fenix being released and the potential of Keith Lee being released, those guys, if they want to, probably are going to be allowed to come back to WWE. So you have to make room. Plus the fact you've got some serious stars in NXT right now that could be called up at any moment. Obafemi, Trick Williams. Who?
Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne Perez.
Yeah.
So you have to make room for those people. That being said, yes, two factions completely killed.
Yeah.
Although I don't know how Elektra Lopez leaving kills Phantasmo.
Well, I thought it was the other one that Sonya Deville was in.
Oh, the
one with her and the start.
What's the name of the faction with Sonya Deville?
PFC.
Yeah.
Why'd you give them such a good push in the Rumble if you're just going to release the leader the next week?
Here's my question. Why isn't Shayna Baszler on that list?
Oh, man.
Done Jack. You've done Jack.
And then letting go of Paul Ellering, a common razor of AOP that eliminates the Judgment Day.
I wouldn't be shocked to see AOP in
I want to see
TNA.
them. No, I want to see them in Japan. I think they would be
Japan would
monsters.
Be good. Have Tala be the manager over there.
Or just bring Paul Ellering, too. I mean,
The only reason why I released those guys is because they want Cross to have a singles run. That's it. Cross hasn't done anything since AOP and Paul came in.
Cross is starting to get a push, too.
Yeah, he is.
So, here's a thought, and I'll just throw this one out there. You guys watch Lucha Underground?
Yeah, I've caught it in passing.
He was part of the Bad Rabbits
That's right.
faction. Put him in charge of the Wyatt Six. I would not be mad at that. And then have him be like, this was the plan all along, miss.
I mean, yeah, you can see the case there. Anything to help that Wyatt Six faction.
I think Karrion Kross is very underutilized.
Yes.
I think people still look back on him being called up and having to wear a Gladiator's helmet.
Yeah.
And it kind of screwed him over for a while.
He seems like not only, I mean, he's a good worker. He seems like he's just fun. Like he does that. He does his impressions. Like he seems like probably a good locker room
Ventura
guy.
Impression is amazing.
Yeah. So he just seems like a good locker room guy. Someone to keep along.
I got something on two of them. Davenport. Why'd you even bring her up then? You had nothing for her ever since she got brought up. She did
nothing
matches.
in NXT.
Yeah. There was
be brought up though.
For what it's worth,
to be brought up to the WWE.
There was one report that's like, oh, they had an idea right before she got released, but I mean that could just be like after the fact, Jack.
There's also a rumor out there that this was a middle finger to Will Ospreay.
Oh, really?
We're releasing your ex-girlfriend.
Oh, wow.
Thing.
That'd be, I mean.
Yeah, because him and Blair Davenport.
That's not petty at all.
No, that's not petty at all.
The other one I have is if you go back to the Giovanni Vinci being kicked out of Imperium video, someone commented, I can't wait for him to leave for a couple months, come back, job to someone, then leave again, and then get released.
He's been injured too much. That's the problem.
Oh, okay.
That to me, that's the biggest. They had great ideas for him, but they could never get him steamrolled because he'd always get a concussion.
Yeah.
Or get injured. Or to me, the biggest mistake was breaking that up.
Yeah.
Imperium was fantastic as a tag team.
Yeah.
Do you think it's maybe some backstage stuff?
Ludwig Kaiser's a clown. The fact.
Whoa! Boyfriend.
Yeah.
Which makes him an even bigger
He's
clown.
obviously doing something right, okay?
In his personal life, sure.
Yeah.
In his professional life, he's a bum. He's a bum. Like, I will never forgive him for no selling Penta's arm breaker. That to me is unforgivable.
Yeah, it's like,
especially when the company is trying to put all this backing into Penta. Dude, you should be buried at this point.
That could be the case. So you said Cedric Alexander. Is there anybody else you think would go to AEW, or are these more just TNA, New Japan, or just
Duke
indie
Hudson's
names?
on his way to TNA.
Okay, I could see that.
Unless TNA doesn't want to sign him because of the agreement that they have with WWE.
Okay. Yeah.
Davenport might go back over to Japan, more than likely. That's where she made her bones. I could see Giovanni Vinci in AEW.
I think so too.
He's a solid worker.
Yeah.
Cedric's definitely on his way there.
Yeah.
AOP, New Japan, TNA.
I think so.
AEW.
Good Brothers, again, TK, please do not sign Carl Anderson. And don't do it. Don't do it.
Leave them be in Japan. Go over to Japan.
Yeah.
Do a Forbidden Door with them.
Yes.
That would be great.
That's fine.
That'd be great. Plus the fact they're getting up there.
Yeah, exactly.
They're getting up there. So they probably got maybe 5 years max left on their their turnstiles.
Yeah, exactly. Sounds
as
about right.
professional wrestlers, not in life.
One more thing. A lot of people were having a problem that this was all announced during a SmackDown, not even right after SmackDown, like in the middle of the second hour.
Who cares?
No problem with that.
Who cares? It's business.
Yeah. That's just business.
It's business.
Yeah. That's not going to distract me from the show.
The plan they had for, I remember, the plan that they had for Blair Davenport was for her to join Chelsea Green and Piper Niven and her be one of the Secret Service people.
Okay. That could have been. That
the
could be
Secret
good.
Service.
Ah, gotcha.
And then
yeah,
that
could
would
be
have
good.
been a good tag.
That could be
team,
good. Yeah.
For the division.
Piper Niven and Blair.
No.
Could have.
I like Blair Davenport. Let's not get it twisted. I think she's a really good wrestler.
Yeah.
But I think she can make her bones back in Japan a lot more than she can make them here in the U.S.
I think
or even over in England now.
Sounds about right.
Oh, Penta has seen wrestling on Main Event and haven't seen Jordan Grace since the Rumble. I think you're going to see NXT Jordan Grace, if that's even her name anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think they want to get her settled into knowing where the hard cameras are when it comes to the production, the storylines, all that kind of stuff. I think she'll be in NXT for a hot cup of tea and then be called up. But I mean, let me put it to you this way though. The more really good talent that you get in NXT, the more likely it is that Survivor Series could go back to that 3-way, which to this day, I still think is one of the greatest Survivor Series.
It was the better mashups. It was the better change-ups of that brand, of that pay-per-view.
And the surprising elements of, like, I don't know, Roderick Strong beating Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles.
I mean, this is kind of, I was trying to point this out. Just like, are we going to get too much of a good thing in the sense that you're getting all these names? You're simply just not going to have enough time for every single one of them, especially when it comes to the big WrestleMania pay-per-view that's going to be coming up. Like, sure, we got 2 days, but still not all of these people are going to be showcased. So, I mean, we can bring in all these big names, and you saw all 60 big names between the two Royal Rumbles. We just simply don't have enough time to show all these guys.
We sit there and said, wasted spot.
Yeah.
One after another during the Rumbles.
Yeah.
The women's wasn't as bad as the men's, but there were still some wasted spots. Like,
sure.
Once again, Shayna Baszler.
Yeah. I mean, it's just...
And you're going to release Sonya Deville. Why is she in the Rumble?
That's true. Very true. Yeah. Yeah, release. It was, her contract was up, so, yeah, they just didn't re-sign her. So, same difference.
Once again, though, like, she's had every opportunity.
Yeah.
Every opportunity. Zoe Starks is the star of that group. Zoe Starks should break off and do her thing.
I think so. I think that sounds about right.
Is awesome.
Yeah.
Joe Hendry's genius suggestion: why not a TNA DLC at WWE 2K25?
Yeah, you said this on the Ariel Helwani podcast. I thought this wasn't the worst idea that this guy's had, so thought this was a pretty solid one. And he went ahead and took it a step further. He said, why not, like, not just the current guys, why don't we get old school Kurt Angle, get maybe Samoa Joe in there, Sting.
I wouldn't mind an Ultimate X.
Yeah, exactly. Get the Ultimate X in there. I mean, that old video game.
Suicide.
Yeah, that TNA game from back in the day, not the worst. So it's a little arcadey, it's a little chaotic. But people are arcadey. Yeah, but people are bringing it back on stream and they're playing, and it's getting.
Yeah, because all we need is Jeff to get injured again in WWE and be back on the medication again.
Oh, jeez, he'll be okay. They're gonna be dropping one of those Ring of Honor one of 4,000s that's gonna fly off the shelf. I'm gonna need to get that one really quick. But yeah, I think this is gonna be really good. I haven't had the newer 2Ks, the WWEs. They're still pretty solid. But that's been my thing for just a while. This pay to play. I gotta drop $120 for the game, and then I'm going to drop another 40, and then another 40 for
add-ons,
like 12 more wrestlers. So, or, if you want to, save a couple dollars, the WWE, like the creative center in that game, they have a really good community of being able to people sharing and creating players of wrestlers in the game. So
my son played as Willie Mack.
Yeah. So save your money, go to that creative station, download whoever you want, everybody you want, and just do that.
Why that dude hasn't gotten signed?
Willie Mack?
Yeah.
Good point.
Is beyond
Yeah.
reproach. 5 burning questions surrounding the road to WrestleMania. Give me them questions there, buddy.
Sure. I thought these was actually pretty good. This is from a Bleacher Report article from a couple days ago, written by Eric Beeston. So I just wanted to make sure we
Give him a shout out.
Yeah, exactly right. Number 1, is there enough for all of WWE's key stars to do? Is exactly what I was just trying to point out. Because
what? Okay, so
you're gonna have to showcase Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest.
Do you think? Okay, wait a minute. You really think LA Knight, Drew McIntyre is a WrestleMania worthy match?
It might be. It's definitely better than McIntyre versus Damian Priest that they were trying to push.
I actually like that one. I like Priest.
I do too,
I've been a
but
Priest
there's
fan
nothing
since he
to
was
it.
in ROH.
There's
so
nothing to him right now.
you can build on that. You have that LA Knight match on a SmackDown, and you have Priest interfere somehow and cost McIntyre the match. Because, who cashed in on McIntyre at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
It would go full circle. You've got the triple threat that's going to happen between Reigns, Rollins, and Punk.
Okay.
You have...
No, that's not the plan.
Bet me.
Okay, I will.
Bet me right now, Mark.
Because some
$20,
people are
it's
now
gonna
they're
be
leaning
CM Punk,
towards
John Cena, Cody Rhodes for the title.
Yeah, that's what people are saying.
On
now.
the night 2 main event,
Nope.
CM Punk uses his favor to get in for the main event.
I'm not saying he doesn't, but I'm saying he's going to wrestle that triple threat match.
I'm gonna be so happy, and I'm gonna be so happy when CM Punk is done with this WWE run and still doesn't have a WrestleMania main event. Oh, it's gonna make me so happy.
They're going to main event.
WWE's
That
petty,
triple
and here's
threat
Nick
will
over
main
here.
event night 1.
That doesn't count. That's not a real main event. It's the end. The end of it is the main event.
I think it's Cena, Rhodes, unless something else changes, because I haven't heard anything other than Cena Rhodes.
Yeah. Sounds
Read your
about
dirt
right.
sheet, Scott.
I'll put
Question
money on
number
it.
2. What does Cody Rhodes' path to WrestleMania look like? And then exactly what we were just talking about. We could go.
It's gonna be.
We can go the Cena route,
It's
or
gonna
we
be
can,
Cena.
That's so far. Yeah, that could definitely be the case. Yeah, I think right now with the Elimination Chamber building up the way that it is, Cena just saying, "Hey, I'm in it. I'm in the Elimination Chamber. No need to have a qualifying match." The rest of the way it looks good. How about number 3? Can Jey Uso perform up to WrestleMania main event expectations?
Please, he's been doing it for the last year and a half.
Are they really going to give him the main event?
No.
Love the
First off, have you watched any of the matches that he's had with Gunther?
Yes.
They are main event matches.
Because Gunther's in the match.
Oh my God!
Jey Uso is a super
Stop.
kick.
There's
Smash
a
button.
Double D, you're telling me not every match Gunther's been on a pay-per-view or any show has been 4.5 stars to 5 stars?
yes.
He's a beast. So
He's
it's on
damn
Gunther.
good at what he does.
Gunther carries
But
that
he
match.
bull.
Yeah, 100%.
Bull.
Jey Uso is like an Xbox controller. He's got certain buttons to press. He's only got 4 moves. Yeet,
Worked
super
for
kick,
Cena
Uso
for
splash,
25
and then
years.
And a spear. That's it. That's
Who's
the whole
more
match.
over? Who's more over?
Doesn't matter.
It does. Oh my God! What is WWE at the core? At the core, it's a business, right?
because he's
so you
over-
want to sell T-shirts, you want to sell merch, you want to sell time, you want to sell advertising.
Gunther's a heel.
It doesn't matter.
Who sells what?
It doesn't matter that he's over. He's talking about the expectation in the ring And
I said
that's
he
what
can
they're
hang.
questioning.
And he's proven that he can hang. He hung with Breaker. He's hung with Cody. He's hung with who else has he had? Gunther. He's hung.
Then he has
Sammy.
McIntyre.
Then he has a match with his
McIntyre.
brother at WrestleMania, one of the worst brother matches of all time.
I would just say that might be one of the worst matches of all time.
I mean, honestly, I don't want to see a
that's 'cause
one-on-one.
Jimmy
I
was
want someone to
hurt.
interfere. I want someone to interfere with this. I don't want to see those two against each other in WrestleMania.
Sign of the week goes to AEW. At least AEW doesn't have an untalented hack saying yeet.
Yeah, but how do you spell doesn't, Nick? I think that shows the brain power of AEW fans.
Yo.
Wow.
Mark.
What are you a fan of? What are you a fan of other than the celebrities and
Logan
everything
Paul?
else? Yeah.
Bro, no, I'm not. Stop.
Logan
pushing
Paul
this
lover
agenda.
back there.
Bad Bunny in the Elimination Chamber.
No, Logan Paul. I would love to see Logan Paul versus Bad Bunny.
Oh my God.
Who's the general in that match?
I don't know. Oh, man.
I'd kind of like to see Penta and Ray versus the New Day,
Yeah. That'd be good.
even if it was on the kickoff show. Don't care. But Penta right now has the best entrance in WWE.
Yeah, that could be the case. I'll wrap up these last two questions
Hold
here.
on, Frankie just said something crazy.
Go ahead.
I think the New Day is more over than Jey Uso.
They're probably second top heels right now.
Probably. Next up, who will Charlotte Flair challenge at WrestleMania?
It better be Tiff.
Yeah, it better be.
It better be Tiff.
Yeah, and again, I didn't really like the whole Rhea Ripley begging for Charlotte Flair to wrestle
like
her.
Either one of them begging. Charlotte
Yeah,
Flair.
like that makes no sense to me. Like
She had facial reconstruction.
yeah, 100%.
That is not Charlotte Flair.
It's a lizard queen or something. Finally, will
She's a
John
blood
Cena
person.
win number 17 in Vegas?
I'm gonna say yes.
Oh man.
As much as I don't want to, I'm going to say yes, only because Cody Rhodes respects the business enough to let it happen and let John have a little bit of a run for his last tour.
How do you feel about what?
If he does not win it here, he will win it at SummerSlam.
How do you feel about Bully Ray's talk with Ariel Helwani about John Cena making his way down to TNA to challenge Joe Hendry for the TNA World Title?
I mean, it wouldn't be necessarily a horrible thing.
I personally, it would be yet another Make-A-Wish for John Cena to accomplish. It makes no sense.
I know you are not a fan.
It is so stupid.
I know you are not a fan. I know
waste of everyone's time. Imagine John Cena at that TNA Impact Zone or whatever they call it now, packing in a whopping, 700 people for John Cena to be there? No, it's a waste of everyone's time.
All I want, if he does that, is that he comes out in his spandex and boots instead of his jorts.
Oh, you want the
old,
like the very first one, he just did the colors.
Ruthless aggression.
I like that. He's just like, I had no gimmick. It's just I would go to the town, I would choose the colors of their college team, and that was it. Like that was my thing. So like he would just be in North Carolina, just be wearing white and blue. Like that's it. So
well, I'm good.
Any thoughts on that new LFG show?
Tough Enough 2.0.
Yeah, it's exact LGF or no, it's LFG.
I'm gonna watch it because I think it's interesting that they have Bully Ray a part of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the unbiased podcaster.
And Dead Man Watkins on it.
Yeah, no, the clips that have popped up have been
And
interesting.
Mickey James.
Yeah, Mickey James.
Which I like.
Shout out to her. Because another nod to John Cena.
Nick Aldis.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's about it. I think so. Yeah.
All right, when we come back, oh God, here we go. Scotty's World. When we come back on Bad Karma Wrestling.
Valentine's Day edition.
Hey, watch your mouth. Wine. I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste is second to none. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother.
Hey, get those boards done?
Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
That is all. Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. Where's the boss? Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired!
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah.
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.
Definitely played the cookie game. They definitely played the cookie game when they were.
How does a mark like Scotty want to sit there and tell, I've been watching wrestling for more than a cup of coffee? A year.
Yeah.
A year.
Legitimately have been watching it longer than you were alive. Just gonna throw that out there.
I've been legitimately watching it longer than both of you have been alive.
No, yeah, exactly.
And for damn sure longer than Frankie's been alive.
100%.
Frankie wasn't even a twinkle.
Yeah. No yeet.
Frankie wasn't even a twinkle.
No.
Why was you twinkle, all right? Jesus was creating me in the moons.
Holy
In the
cow.
ether.
Holy cannoli.
All right, Scotty, what do you got?
Happy Valentine's Day. I love all the love I get from you guys.
He
this
loves
entire
love.
show.
Scotty loves love.
Yes. Put that on a t-shirt.
So a lot of these questions are gonna base around love and Valentine's Day.
Okay.
And wrestling. David, stop.
I just vomited in my throat.
They're quick. What's your favorite match stipulation? Which match stipulation do you love?
Favorite match stipulation. All right, I'll just say it right now. TLC to me will always hold a warm cockle in my heart, just because of WrestleMania. What 18 was it or 17?
17.
WrestleMania 17. That match will forever live in infamy as probably the greatest tables, ladders, chairs match of all time.
Yeah, I mean, they had like a trio of them. So yeah, absolutely. The SummerSlam that followed. Are we thinking like more traditional stipulations or just stipulation that's happened before?
Anything you want.
I'll step
Your
it. I
favorite.
would agree with your TLC one if we're going like more traditional, but for like my favorite of all time, the Taipei death match between Ian and Axel Rotten. When they took their
dipped their hands in glass.
They dipped their hands in glue, and then they rolled their hands around in glass, and they beat the bejesus out of each other. And I have it on DVD. And next week, after this, when we get together and watch our matches in the equipment room,
We'll
I'm
watch
bringing
that?
I'm bringing my PS4, and we're gonna go ahead and watch it.
You should tell David what we watched last week.
What did we watch last?
watched-
We watched Mike Awesome and Masato Tanaka at One Night Stand.
I'll give you another one.
Yeah.
Old school war games.
Ooh yeah.
We're talking Road Warriors, Dusty Rhodes versus the Four Horsemen. Yeah.
I'll give you one I don't like.
The Punjabi.
The Punjabi prison match is weird. I like that. That's got a lot of bells and whistles added to it. That's like a hat on a hat. But that there's a TNA reverse battle royal. It was
Bro, I've heard so many bad things about that.
20 people outside of the ring. You need to fight your way inside of the ring, and then it was
Throw
like
them
the
out of
first.
the ring?
What's up?
And then throw them out of the ring?
They either go back to a traditional battle royal with the 6 people, or it becomes an elimination match. I can't remember. And it's just a hat on a hat on a hat on a hat, and you're just like, what is even going on anymore?
I think they did that, and then there's one where they made it so it's a royale, then it goes to a ladder match, and it's bro.
Oh, okay.
no.
So I think it was called the Feast or Fired, and it was again.
Feast or Fired was okay.
Yeah, again, it was like a battle royal, but then like you climb up the pole in the middle of the battle royal, and you get the briefcases.
The gimmick street fights, the Halloween street fight.
Yeah.
The
Oh, that Mountain Dew one was
Massacre
bad.
on 34th Street
Yeah.
street fight. Yeah, those are
The
Vince loved those where the Christmas trees or the pumpkins would be out.
Yeah.
Stupid.
And even the most recent one, it was that the Bray Wyatt versus Rollins, like the Mountain Dew blacked out match or whatever it was. That was kind of.
I liked it just for the pure fact that
I like it because it's Mountain
Bray,
Dew, but
Bray in his makeup is just
it was just it was cosmic bowling wrestling.
Yeah.
When you go in the go in the lights. Yeah. What do you got? What else? What's another one? What do we got?
All right, next up, we're on the road to WrestleMania. What is your favorite WrestleMania?
I mean, 17, 19, 33.
I'm gonna go old school because it's also my favorite match.
13.
No, 3.
Oh, 3. Okay.
3.
I knew he was gonna say 3.
3 made WrestleMania what it is.
Oh, 100%.
If that doesn't work, there's no WWE.
That's true.
So to me, I'll go 3 with 17 right underneath it because 17 top to bottom was electric.
Yeah. I'll even 20, awesome. 21. I mean, that stretch of like 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 even to an extent. That was maybe that's just my age range where I really got it, but that's probably that. And then of course, if we're getting more modern, I think it's 33. That was the one with Randy Orton and Seth Rollins. Whenever they were outside in San Fran, and that was like the 6-way ladder match for the IC title.
37?
No, I think that was 35.
Okay, either one. As long as we know which one I'm talking about, like that's the one.
2015. I know it's 2015.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right.
You're talking about the greatest RKO of all time.
Yes, yeah.
they couldn't do
until the very side. Yeah.
Until the match.
Yes, great match. What else we got?
All right, now I might have asked this one before, but Frankie wanted me to ask this one. Who was your first wrestling crush?
Oh, that's easy. Lita.
Stacy Keibler.
Lita, all day, day. Day.
I mean, yeah, Keibler, legs for days.
She is one of the few people that if I ever met in person, I'd probably fanboy over.
Yeah. I can get that same, it's same that same range, like Lita, because, she was the punk rock. She's like the Avril Lavigne or whatever type deal. So, yeah, that could be the case. I know for my brother, for sure, Stratus. So, a little Stratus faction.
Kind of liked, I've always been an AJ Lee fan. And I'd go Mickie James.
Really?
I liked Mickie James.
Fun. My buddy has a hilarious story.
I liked the Mickie James.
I forgot what pay-per-view she came back to, but she was in a mask and she was underneath everything. And my buddy just goes, "I recognize that ass anywhere. That's Mickie James." I'm like, dude, that is unhinged. That is so sicko.
That's messed up. That's messed up.
Like the dude in the background of Jada Parker on the ring. The video I sent you.
Like, bro, how do you
what
know
else you got?
off
you got anything else?
off the curves? You know who that is? Jesus.
I got 2 more. Nick is probably gonna love this one.
Let's go. Let's see it.
Which wrestler's entire moveset, do you love the most?
Ooh, that's good.
It's easy. Right now?
Anytime, all time.
No, right now? Ospreay.
Yeah.
Ospreay, without a shadow of a doubt. Ospreay and Omega probably have the 2 best movesets in all of professional wrestling right now.
Yeah, I'll throw an honorable mention of Pac. He always goes under the radar.
Buddy Murphy.
Claudio.
All time? Any all time?
All time.
I mean, for back in the day, Hogan. Like
Hogan's was the
moveset-
charge up, the boot, leg drop. Call
Yep.
it a day. Yep. I mean, maybe Danielson with his flying knee gimmick. Punk does his little knee thing into the bulldog.
I'll give you one from ECW.
Sure.
Nova.
Oh yeah. Okay. What did he used to do? Which
Nova-
I just introduced
he
him
was-
to. I just introduced him to the Blue World Order. He had no idea what that was.
Oh, it's so funny.
Stevie
It's
Richards
so
and his
funny.
cut off.
Stevie Richards, Blue Meanie, and Nova.
I explained to him that again we're watching the One Night Stand. We're watching JBL beat up Blue Meanie, and I pointed him like that was the only thing I was pointing him like he's just potatoing Blue Meanie for no reason. JBL's hammered.
I'll say this: 85% of the crazy moves. Ooh, another off the. Nova and Chris Canyon.
Yes, Chris Canyon, very innovative. That Dark Side of the Ring opened my eyes to that.
Nova and Chris Canyon are responsible for probably 85 to 90% of the move sets that are going on right now.
I would think, yeah, like not even exaggeration. I think you're exactly right.
And Nova doesn't get enough because they brought him to WWE and he was Simon.
Yeah, Simon Dean. Yeah,
Simon Dean.
I mean,
I think that character today would get over.
I think so. Yeah, calling everyone fat and everything. Yeah.
Well, not just that, but just being that health nut.
Yeah.
Just going around.
Yeah. You do the whole vegan thing now. Exactly. Oh, man. That actually coming out on a Segway. Oh, man. Bring that back. Where are you at, Simon? I mean, I think I definitely brushed over one that was just so easy. AJ Styles.
Yeah. AJ's moveset is fantastic.
Absolutely, AJ Styles.
You notice I didn't say phenomenal.
Yeah. And last one there, Jim.
I got one more. I'm going to give each of you your own time for this one. What is it about professional wrestling that you love? Why do you still watch it? I mean, David's over here. I've been watching it for 40 years. Nick's like, I've been watching it since I was 3.
You have to understand.
What do you love about it?
I started watching at the apex of what it's become. I started watching the day after Hulk Hogan beat the Iron Sheik in Madison Square Garden and Hulkamania was born. Like, wrestling was just that thing that no one talked about for the longest time. But once Hogan won and it became more and more mainstream with more and more of these characters, it's the same way with Stone Cold, with The Rock, DX, all those guys, the New World Order, back in the 90s, all these guys turned wrestling into a mainstream thing. For me, it's about the storytelling. It's about the athleticism. It's about how these guys have trained themselves to take nasty bumps and be able to still work. Like, to me, it is, you have more athletic people working in this industry than probably any other industry in the world. These are former athletes that weren't quite the elite level, but still are premier athletes. Like, the fact that Braun Breaker isn't on an NFL team being able to run the speed that he runs is ridiculous to me. But he's small.
Yeah.
For an NFL player. Like, he's only 6 foot.
Yeah.
Maybe. So he didn't have the height to play in the NFL. So yeah, for me, it's the storytelling. I tell everybody all the time, it's the male equivalent to a soap opera.
100%.
That's all it is. And I love every moment of it.
That's our outlet for that entertainment, that drama, that route of anything. Like I said, watching it at the age of 3 was probably the earliest memory for me. And yeah, sure, I could go and be very, exactly that. I was 3 years old, so I was like, I just like the violence, and I like people bashing, and I didn't really get it until, I was a little bit older and getting the storyline part of it. And that's when you start to realize, like, yeah, these guys are busting their ass 350 days out of the year. the idea that it's basically like you're watching a movie, but from all angles, with a complete 360 degrees. So you need to be essentially perfect, and that's why they have Botchamania on there for people to watch and for when they screw up or whatever. So it's just, man, how do you even say it? Like it was just ingrained in me from the beginning to just love it and enjoy it, and exactly that. That was the only form of entertainment that really spoke to me in any sort of way.
And to go to these indie shows and watch guys who haven't made it,
it's truly just
the
community. And as toxic as the wrestling community can be, it was truly the wrestling community. So when you walk up and you see another guy wearing a wrestling shirt, you can do do that, or you can just you're like, yeah, or do something like that when they're wearing it's the community you're able to build within that. And when you're going to an indie show, one of my favorite things of all time, just because how intimate it can be. Again, you're around other people that are just so passionate about professional wrestling and everything that it's about. That's what I love personally. And again, just they go out there and bust their ass at all times of the day. It's just it's the hardest thing to do, honestly, athletically, in my mind. And again, away from like being able to hit a baseball or something like that. Like you need to be on point at all times, and it's not like that. You need to be able to talk. There's so many things that go into being a wrestler and having great matches. So professional wrestling's the best. It's the absolute best. Doesn't discriminate. It's the best. Love it.
Jabroni.
Talk about how much they love it, and then he's just shooting on me back here. I mean,
because you deserve it.
Oh,
you deserve it.
First off, Scotty, you don't want me to shoot, buddy.
I'll shoot from the hip.
The next shooting from the hip episode is just gonna be them yelling at me.
Anything else you want to put out there, buddy?
No. Honestly, happy Valentine's Day to everyone that celebrates. Happy Valentine's Day to the gal. Not Nia Jax, my actual girlfriend, my real one. I know you were probably going to take a shot over there, so I just had to say it. So, I know. Obviously, it's no real wrestling thing, but yeah, it's cool. Everyone, enjoy.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, say I love you to somebody.
Eat some chocolate. I'm taking my daughter to McDonald's for Valentine's Day, man. Let's go.
There you go.
Chicken nuggies.
Dominic Mysterio wouldn't mind.
Tendies all day for my daughter.
Yes.
And then we'll be at Dave & Buster's on Sunday.
Heck yeah.
She goes, "What's Dave & Buster's, Dad?" And I said, "It's an adult Chuck E. Cheese." And she went, "I can play games?" I said, "There are so many games you won't even know what to do with yourself." I'm in.
I'm overstimulated.
All right. For me, David Double D Dykstra.
No gimmicks, Dick Johnston.
Have a great Valentine's Day weekend, everybody. We'll see you next Friday here on Bad Karma Wrestling.
Blow the whistle coming up.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah.
With no gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.
You and
Set you boys up.
You and Frankie need to put something